2025 is just what a mighty year for Jordan 5 lovers. It is my favorite sneaker, and so far we've already seen the Jordan 5 Black Metallic, we saw the Jordan 5 Grape. Later this year we're seeing the Jordan 5 Tokyo, but right now we are getting a return of an OG colorway, one of four. Air Jordan 5 Fire Red Black Tongue. Now the shoe is dropping on September 13th for $210 in the United States. Of course, one of four OG colorways. Maybe you could argue it's the best. I personally have my preferences, which I'll get to at the end of the video. So the Jordan 5 originally dropped in 1990, so the first shoe to kick off that decade. We saw this colorway return in 2006 as well as 2013, but this time I think this is the best retro that they've done. And first impressions of the shoe. Jordan 5 is my favorite sneaker, and look, everyone has their preferences in terms of which OG colorway you like the best. This is right up there. Right up there. This is so delicious. Look at this colorway. It is so good. The black tongue just really pops. The red and black shark teeth here that you have on the midsole. The aggressive nature of the Jordan 5. Ooh, this is just... honestly, no complaints. And the materials in the shoe, it is just leather. It does feel a little bit thin, so it's not like super thick cuts of leather. But one good thing is it does feel pretty soft. You do get that kind of polyurethane coating over, so you get like this shiny type of aesthetic. And I do like that there's no kind of reimagining or sale aging treatment to this shoe, giving it to us just as an OG form. And of course, in the mid panel, you get that Jordan 5 netting that does tend to yellow over time, but out of the box looks nice and white and translucent. Moving to the heel, you get 23 that is stitched. Only one of four OG colorways actually came with the 23 that is stitched on the Jordan 5. MJ himself did get the 23 treatment on the Black Metallic and the other Fire Red version of the Jordan 5s, but everyone else only got the 23 on this colorway, even though now they stick 23s on like kind of more special collaborations or special releases of the Jordan 5. This one comes just as it was in OG form. And the 23 here, the font is actually pretty close to the OG type of font and lettering. So you saw in 2013 that font just didn't look like the original 23, but this one actually looks pretty close. I don't have the 1990 version of this colorway on hand, like to do a side-by-side comparison, but just from images, this looks pretty good. And then wrapping around to the booty of the shoe, Nike Air branding, that looks beautiful as well. Just stitched, just like it should be on an OG colorway. General rule of thumb, if it's not OG, you get a Jumpman here. If it's an OG colorway, you get Nike Air. Special collaborations gets the Nike Air treatment as well, like the recent Awake New York Jordan 5 and the 2013 and 2006 version of this colorway, the retros, they came with a Jumpman here. So this is actually the first time we're getting like pretty true one-to-one retro of this colorway. And then moving up the tongue, you see just white laces out of the box, no extra laces for this shoe. If I had to choose one, I think red would actually look pretty good. It would really pop. Black would look good as well, but out of those three, I probably would just stick to the white out of the box. And of course, you got the lace locks. That is the first time Jordan Brand experimented with lace locks. That is my least favorite thing about my favorite sneaker, the Jordan 5. It is just nuisance. Like when you're trying to put your feet in, when you're trying to wear the shoe, it just gets in the way, don't really provide much extra function, so don't love it. It is a very unique feature of the Jordan 5 as well, and because this is an OG colorway, on the lace lock itself, you just get Nike branding, same with the push tab. On non-OGs, you usually get like a Jumpman, so that's kind of a subtle difference there. And the tongue itself, you get Jumpman stitched in the middle on this black tongue. So the other Fire Red OG colorway came with a 3M tongue. The Jordan 5 was the first Jordan Brand shoe to experiment with 3M. This one opts for a black tongue, and it is soft. So a lot of like the 3M tongues that come on Jordan 5s can come pretty like stiff out of the box, kind of digs into your ankles, not the most comfortable on feet. This one nice and soft, like the Jordan 5 Grape tongue, just feels really good. And right behind the tongue, you get an upside down Air Jordan tag, and the previous two retros came with the Air Jordan like right side up. That is not how it came in 1990. So again, another feature where they returned to to the original form of this shoe. Now the Jordan 5 does come with a polyurethane midsole with a visible Nike unit on the heel, as well as one on the forefoot, of course. And when you get to the midsole of the shoe, you of course see that shark teeth. My favorite thing about the Jordan 5 is that shark teeth. The aggressive nature and aesthetic of this shoe is just brilliant. It is delicious. And the reason why it is so aggressive and angry is because when Tinker Hatfield designed this shoe, he was inspired by the Mustang Fighter Jet, and you can see the inspiration once you know it. It just looks great. I love the combination of black and red hair, just makes it even more aggressive. I love that. And in terms of the outsole, herringbone traction, translucent. Again, Jordan 5 was the first Jordan brand shoe to experiment with translucent icy outsoles. Started a great trend, and on the cutout here, Nike branding, OG colorways gets Nike here, non-OGs gets Jordan, but where you do see a Jumpman is in the forefoot area, kind of poking behind. Look at this, just one of the best. I think traction-wise, it'll still hold up. Aesthetics-wise, beautiful. Still holds up, definitely. And now in terms of the overall shape here, that is something a lot of people care about when it comes to OGs. Recent OG releases of the Jordan 5 in 2025, they kind of made a considerable effort to slim down that toe box. Just makes it a little bit more sleek, looks closer to the original form. Recent years, some Jordan 5s have come very boxy in that toe area, so it just looks off. So overall, the shape just a bit more sleek, a bit more slimmer, and it looks great. And I think in terms of retros goes, this is the best black tongue Phi Red that we've ever seen. And the insole of the shoe, black Nike branding, and it is a polyurethane insole. It adds to the comfort of the shoe. This is what I was hoping for a special OG retro. They better come correct with the insoles, and they came correct. Love it. And the box of the shoe, just the Jumpman Jordan 5 box. You'll see the black paper inside. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 5s, and the shoe I stuck true to size. Fits me really well, lengthwise, widthwise, no real problems. In terms of bulkiness of the Jordan 5s, it is a pretty bulky shoe, as you can probably tell, so it fits wide footers pretty well. There's no extra room in the toe box, nowhere on my toe area or arch area. My lack of arches hurts, so it really does fit me like a glove. Overall comfort wise, the cushioning, it is a shoe from 1990, so don't expect the best. But in terms of retros goes, I think it is the most comfortable from Jordan 1 to 14 for my feet. I just really likes how it hugs my feet without being too tight. It is a pretty bulky and heavy shoe. So if you're walking around all day, you know you're gonna be on your feet, maybe consider another option. Sometimes the polyurethane midsole can come extraordinarily stiff out of the box. This one, I didn't really have that issue. So yeah, this is a comfortable shoe. And that brings the total sole score of the Jordan 5 Fire Red Black Tongue to 35 out of 50. A pretty high score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Come on. Honestly, there is no bad OG Jordan 5 colorways. I still have my preferences, but I don't really have any complaints. White, black, red, you can't get just a better combination of three colors together. It just looks so good. And in terms of the materials, not the most premium type of materials, kind of thin cuts of leather, so I don't love that, but it does feel pretty soft. So that's one good thing. You don't have to break this shoe in. And in terms of the comfort, I think from Jordan 1 to 14, it definitely fits my big and fat feet pretty well. One gripe is just how bulky and bricky and heavy this shoe is, but for casual shoes, I don't really care about the weight. So maybe that's a personal preference, but just the snugness of this shoe without it hurting my feet feels great. And in terms of versatility, I think the Jordan 5s, not as mainstream or as easy to wear as Jordan 1s, 3s, and 4s, but owing a lot to people like Will Smith and Fresh Prince, he really did bring this shoe into mainstream kind of awareness and made it cool to wear off court, so people didn't just associate this silhouette with just on-court play. So I think this is a pretty versatile silhouette. Wearability of the colorway, come on, a majority white sneaker, majority white Jordan 5 with black and red, two colors that are just as standard as they come. Super wearable, super versatile. If it was a Jordan 1 low, it would just be 10 out of 10 in terms of versatility, but I think the Jordan 5s, I can see why some people think might be too bulky to wear to every setting, but for all intents and purposes, this is a super wearable shoe. Out of these three OG colorways, black metallic reimagined, I know it's not exactly the same, it is reimagined, but ignore that for now. The grape, black metallic, black tongue fire red, which one would I go for? Oh, this is choosing between Halle Berry, just like Alberna Prime. Can't think of anyone else, but you can choose like this, and you would not lose. This is just, I am a black sneaker lover, so I'm gonna go with this as number one. The grapes are nice because it's just different. That teal and purple color, it just stands out. It changes depending on my mood, like depending on the day of the week. I can see myself going either way, but right now, I think I'm gonna have to go with the grape. But again, like I said, it is not far behind. This colorway with the kind of true OG to form retro that they brought us, 2025 is just a great year. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Soul Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red Black Tongue. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes